I'm going to be ranking the best small forward cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 to 35 of the best small forward cards right now in the game. But let me know in the comment section down below your guys' favorite and best small forwards to be running right now in my team, and then of course, let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first small forward card here is going to be the Dark Matter LeBron. I would say he's kind of in that middle range in the B tier category. He's just a very good small forward. Like, he does everything at a decent level. He's 6'9" at the small forward position, 7-foot wingspan. We know LeBron has an excellent player model, like it's super wide and also just a really good player model. He gets great animations in game. He's going to be an elite level defender. My only big flaw with LeBron is his jump shot. Really not the biggest fan of the Kyle Korver base with the LeBron upper only on quick timing, and then I think he could have a little bit better of dribble sigs, but still all around I think Dark Matter LeBron still deserves to be somewhere in that B tier category. AK-47, I think you gotta go A tier. Now S tier is going to be my top 5 small forwards in the game. Is AK in the top 5? I think he's really close to being a top 5 small forward. I think he's probably going to be the best small forward in A tier, and maybe I do move him up to S tier later in the video, but for now I want to go AK in A tier. He's still a really good all-around small forward card, 6'9" at the 3 just like LeBron. He's going to be amazing defensively like LeBron, but then he's also got so much better offense than a card like LeBron because of his jump shot is a lot better. He's got elite level dribble sigs with the tray sigs all around. I think AK-47 easily deserving of being in the A tier, possibly even the S tier category, but a card like Dark Matter KG I think is slightly better than AK at that small forward position, and I do think KG is one of the best small forwards currently in the game, being 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, the man is just an absolute beast on the defensive end, I should say, with a 98 block, 98 interior defense, 95 steal, 95 perimeter. He's a super athletic card with great speed, great athleticism stats. He's got almost every single Hall of Fame badge in the game, and then also his jump shot with the LaMelo Ball base is a super good jump shot on very quick timing, and he's also got solid dribble sigs for a small forward. So just all around pretty much the perfect small forward in KG, and I think he's definitely going to be in the S tier category. Now talking about Jonathan Bender, I would say he's kind of in between the B and A tier category. I think I'm gonna go A tier for now. He's still a 7-foot small forward, great jump shot, good dribble sigs, and still super overpowered at that small forward position. So Jonathan Bender, I think, deserves to be at least in that A tier category. Robert Williams, kind of an interesting one. I would say probably either high C tier or low B tier. I think he's still a really good defensive small forward. Like, if we're talking about just defense and having a lock at the small forward position, I mean, Robert Williams, one of the best in the game, 6'8" with his 7-foot wingspan, great player model. His defensive stats and badges are almost perfect. It's just like offensively, this card might struggle a little bit on the offensive end, but I think for now, the hero Robert Williams is going to be at least in that B tier category. Big Z, another A tier small forward, I would say. Maybe he goes in the S tier category. I'm not like 100% sure who my top 5 small forwards are in the game, currently. So I'd say for now, Big Z going to be in the A tier category, 7'3" at that small forward position. And that's pretty much all you guys needed to know. He's just so overpowered at the small forward spot. Paolo Banchero, I think you gotta go C tier. Just a very mid overall card. Doesn't really do anything too crazy on the court. He's definitely still somewhat usable in game. There's just going to be so many better options, in my opinion, at small forward. Bill Russell, I think I gotta move some of these cards into the S tier category. I'm gonna go AK, and I'm gonna go maybe, I'm gonna leave, I don't know, it's really tricky because I think AK is slightly better than Bill Russell just because they both are elite level defenders, but then AK also gives you that source of offense with a way better jump shot and way better dribble sig. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now, having Big Z and Bill Russell in A tier, and then KG and AK-47 so far in the S tier category. Jabari Parker, I would say is probably C tier. I do like him a little bit more than Paulo. Is he better than Robert Williams? I think for the small forward spot, I'd probably take Robert Williams over him, so I'll leave Jabari Parker in the C tier category. Really a decent budget small forward in the game. Dark Matter Larry Bird is only on this tier list just so I can throw him in D tier because this card was the most disappointing and just underwhelming free card in probably my team history. Like, he just was not worth his time, and I just want to put him on this tier list. He's not a top 35 small forward. He's probably not even a top 100 small forward in the game anymore, but I just wanted to put him on this tier list to throw him in D tier because of how terrible this Larry Bird card is. Danny Ferry, I think you got to go A tier. Still a 6'10" small forward with an amazing jump shot, good dribble sigs. Still one of the better offensive threes in the game. So I think Danny Ferry got to go at least in that A tier category. Rudy Gay, I think you probably go somewhere in C tier. Like, he's not a bad power forward at all, small forward at all. He still plays solid defense. He can drive to the basket. He's got good size at the 3, but I just think the guys in B tier are going to be a decent amount better. Same thing with the dark matter James Worthy. I think you got to give him B tier, just all around a better version of LeBron. I think he's just LeBron with a better jump shot and very similar stats and badges. He's also 6'9" at the 3. But yeah, Worthy's release I think is a lot better than LeBron's, and for that reason I think they're both going to be in B tier, but I do think James Worthy is slightly better. The dark matter Bull, I just want to preface this because I know a lot of people do ask these type of questions. So if I have Bull in S tier, his normal version will also be in the S tier category. Like, I just didn't want to put so many cards on this tier list. Like, you guys should know, like, the hero card for most cards, besides like Michael Jordan and maybe a other select few of names, the hero and compared to the normal version are basically the same card. There's really no difference besides the 10 Hall of Fame badges, which yes does make a difference, but I don't want to have so many cards in S tier and so many cards on the tier list. So if you see a Kevin Durant, if you see a Bull, if you see maybe try to think of another small forward, a Paul George, I'm saying their hero card is in the same tier as their normal version. So it's just going to be this Bull version on the tier list, but also his normal version, the interdimensional, would be in the S tier category as well. But this hero Bull, I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best cards currently in my team. 7'2" at the 3, 7'7" wingspan. He can do everything at such a high level: defend, slash to the basket, shoot threes, handle the ball, play make. He's got great size, a great wingspan, amazing dribble sigs, a solid jump shot, just all around. I mean, Bull, one of the best cards in the game and definitely deserving of being in the S tier category. Giannis, I've always said this, I think is on the same tier as LeBron. Wherever you put LeBron, I think you got to put Giannis, and wherever you put Giannis, I think you have to put LeBron at the small forward position, just because of their animations, their size, their player models, and just how well they play in game. They play very similar, just using their animations in game and their size to, either get to the basket, play defense, block shots, contest shots, grab rebounds. They just play way above their stats and badges, and I still think they're probably going to be B tier small forwards. Gus Gerard, I'm going D tier. Very underwhelming for a 2K22 legend. If you guys used his diamond card in 2K22, he was such a good card, and this man just does not live up to it all. His stats are so underwhelming. His jump shot's only on quick timing, doesn't have amazing dribble saves. He's honestly going to be one of the worst small forwards on this tier list, pretty much besides Larry Bird. Like, I would definitely take Jabari Parker. I would definitely take Paulo and Rudy Gay over Gus Gerard at the small forward position. Grant Hill, I think, is on the same tier as a LeBron. Very good defensive card, can still knock down threes. Just really wish he had better dribble sigs, but all around, Grant Hill still a pretty good 3-and-D small forward. I think Jonathan Isaac also got to be in the B tier category. Going to be one of the better small forwards in B. I still think he's a great defender. He's 6'11", has a good wingspan, good size, defensive stats and badges are elite. Just wish the card had a little bit more offense and could create with maybe some better dribble sigs. But Jonathan Isaac, I still think you got to put him at least in the B tier category. Jeff Green, I would say Jeff Green is like borderline B tier. Like, he's a little bit worse than like the Giannis's, the Grant Hills. I think I might also move Robert Williams down into the C tier category. I just don't think Robert Williams is on the same tier as like a James Worthy or LeBron or Giannis or Jonathan Isaac. Kevin Durant is hard to rank because, like, he's still probably B tier. Like, he can still create, he can still shoot threes, he's still a great all-around small forward card, being 6'10", 7'4" wingspan. I mean, yes, I'm not the biggest fan of his jump shot, but compared to these, C tier small forwards, I would take this Kevin Durant over all of them. Unless I'm looking for a defender, then I might take Robert Williams, but just as a small forward card, I think Kevin Durant still has to be in the B tier category. Kyle Kuzma, Mike Bantam, I think gotta go in A tier. I do like Mike Bantam slightly more than LeBron, James Worthy, and Jonathan Isaac. Definitely not by a whole lot. Like, there's really not too big of a difference between a Mike Bantam and a LeBron. I just think he's all around a better card with a better jump shot. And then this Kyle Kuzma, man, is such a good all-around small forward, but especially on the offensive end with that quick-ass jump shot with the Kyle Kuzma base, the Kyle Kuzma upper on very quick timing is such a quick release and very easy to green in my eyes. So Kyle Kuzma easily going to be in the A tier category. Lamar Odom, I think you probably go C tier. Just a mid all-around small forward. Like, he really needs an updated jump shot and some better dribble sigs. He's definitely not terrible. Like, everybody in C tier besides maybe like Paulo, I think is still very like good at the small forward position. It just, I think there's going to be better options in B tier and way better options in A and the S tier category. Purvis Ellison goes right beside Danny Ferry. I think they're pretty much the exact same card. Purvis, I think, is slightly better due to his jump shot being a little bit easier to time in my opinion, and also having slightly better dribble sigs and slightly better defensive stats as well. So Purvis Ellison, Danny Ferry, both definitely going to be in the A tier category. Paul George, I think you got to go same tier as Kevin Durant, same tier as LeBron. Yes, they don't have great jump shots, but they still got great size at the 3. Paul George has got a really good player model. He's going to play lockdown defense. He can drive to the rim. He can handle the ball. His jump shot's just a little bit baited and a little bit slow, but besides that, I still think Paul George all around a great card in my team. Scottie Pippen, I think you also got to go in B tier, right beside Jonathan Isaac. They're both still going to be amazing defensive small forwards. You know, Pippen having a little bit better of a jump shot compared to Jonathan Isaac, but I think Isaac's slightly better on defense, just as an all-around defender, and also a little bit taller, you know, and a little bit better player model as well. So very similar small forwards, you know, in Jonathan Isaac and Scottie Pippen, and I think both deserve to be at least in the B tier category. Poku, I would say, you know, once again is hovering between the C and the B tier category. I think I'm gonna probably go, I want to go low B tier, because I honestly think like Rui, he might be in B tier as well. I think Rui is actually very solid at the 3. You know, maybe I'll go C tier. I think I might go C tier because Shane Battier, I think, is going to be in the B tier category. Very similar to, once again, a Scottie Pippen. I think he's just a better Scottie Pippen card. Like, if we actually quickly compare Shane Battier to Scottie Pippen, I think Battier is just the new Pippen. At least that's the way I look at it. Very similar height, very similar wingspan and player model. Stats, very similar as well. Badges are going to go to, I guess the badge count goes to Shane Battier, not going to be by a huge amount. He does get like Hall of Fame Limitless, Hall of Fame Agent 3, which is cool. He gets a little bit more on the defensive end, but the biggest difference comes down to the animations. I think he's got a better jump shot than Pippen. I think he's got slightly better, actually I would say he's got a lot better dribble sigs. I mean, the Curry escape and the Garland size up is a lot better than the Jimmy size up and the Kobe escape, and then also defensive tendencies are perfect for Shane Battier. So I don't think Shane Battier is maybe as good to be, you know, in the A tier category alongside a Jonathan Bender, you know, a Big Z, a Bill Russell, Danny Ferry, a Kuzma, but I think he's going to be somewhere in that middle B tier range. Thurl Bailey, I'm going A tier. I think Thurl Bailey is debatably a top 5 small forward in the game. Still a really good all-around card. I mean, the man is just an upgraded version of Giannis. They play very similar in game, except Thurl Bailey has way better dribble sigs and a way better jump shot. Tim Thomas, I think you got to go somewhere in B tier. He can still be super effective, and I also do have this Tim Thomas card to rank here as well. But yeah, the Pink Diamond Tim Thomas can still be super effective on the offensive end. Yes, he's not going to be great defensively on his Pink Diamond, but still, if you know how to use his sigs and his jump shot, he can definitely still score the ball at a very high level. Next small forward here, though, is going to be Dave Cowens. I think you got to go in the S tier category. Even though I know nobody has this card, he's still one of the best small forwards. Kukoc, I would go either really high B tier or low A tier for Kukoc. I'm gonna go really high B tier. Franz is gonna be somewhere in C, and then Tim Thomas, it's hard to rank because I think Tim Thomas is a much better small forward than he is power, or I think he's a much better shooting guard than he is at the small forward position. So I think at small forward, I would take probably Bill Russell a little bit over Tim Thomas, just because, you know, Tim Thomas most times, you know, I'd say 9 out of 10 times people using Tim Thomas is most likely going to be at the shooting guard position. As a card, I think Tim Thomas is definitely better than Bill Russell, but at the small forward position, I think I would take Bill. So yeah, these are going to be my top 5 small forwards in the game. If I wanted to balance out the tier list, I can move like Tim Thomas, you know, maybe up into the S tier category if you guys wanted to. See, I'll put both these guys in S tier because I do think Tim also deserves to be in the S tier category. But let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about my small forward tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.